matches.
Exactly.
You know, I've been told of late that Arsenal fans watch Man U matches more than Man U fans, and vice versa because
they want to.
yeah, the competition is so steep among them. They all wear red. So we can go to the second most important part that will help us in this analysis. What do you post about? And probably which people are you most connected to on the internet? Can you tell us what you post about really? A lady like you.
I think the highest thing I post about is my content, like what I write about, the videos I record, and maybe on Instagram when I go out, I want to post the latest outfit I got, the latest shoes, my friends I've hanged out with.
Yeah.
And then on Twitter, Twitter is more about like just tweeting what you have thought of. Like you think about something and you're like, you need like a direct release. Yeah, so Twitter, I tweet about everything and anything I think about for content. And then Facebook, basically, because Facebook and Instagram, they are both linked.
Yes.
So what I post on Instagram goes to my Facebook. Yeah, so but most importantly, I post about content, my content creation, and my achievements. Yeah.
That's amazing.
What do you post about? I'm guessing you're supposed about your content.
Very serious people, while others are posting things that we're thinking are probably, they are not so very, very important in this kind of posting, content, career, achievements. But yes, of course now, on a site like LinkedIn, most of the time when you do something, when you participate in something, you put it out there.
Achieve something.
Yeah, strategically. Then Facebook and Instagram. Okay, yes, Instagram. Actually, Madam Janet Bugembe once told us something interesting, that a group of adults were taken into a social media seminar. Now, first of all, that's a show, okay? Social media seminar. Then, they gave them some nitty-gritties they didn't actually expect to hear about, that certain social media platforms are meant for certain things, right?
Yes.
Okay. At first she was in shock and she came and told us the story. So, probably you can say Twitter is for what?
Twitter, it's hard to put my finger on Twitter. But Twitter is mainly about current events.
Exactly.
Current events.
What comes out immediately. Actually, when Twitter was being formed, some of us, we do all this exhaustive history, headhunting to Twitter's history. Us who delve deep into its history, read about how a certain company got successful over time, the hustles it went through. Actually realized when it started out, the parent company was doing, I think, audio things, or it was called audio. And it was handling some other things on social media, but of course that's when the internet was still developing. But Twitter came, when the two people who came up with it sat down and formed it, they realized its actual potential when somebody reported a news story on it before any other news station managed to do so. So in other words, Twitter was able to give information as soon as it came out, right? So Twitter is not like the place where for us who want to post our Instagram pictures that were for a week back, we can come and put ourselves. Then Instagram, it's Instagram and Facebook are usually somehow family friend things. Then LinkedIn is the more professional. Though of course, some people find a way of diffusing in between them. So to some extent it can be good, and to another extent somebody can also be like, but this person doesn't know how to use their platform.
Exactly. And it's kind of like the stereotypes I put on different platforms. So when you try to do something contrary to what everyone else is doing, people start saying this person,
I know in particular now, like Vusi, what he does is there's a way him and a lot of other people are trying to create a community around them, around their followers, that it's sort of a family. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not only the whole thing of I've come to present to you A B C D. You take it all. Even like when people feel like they're part of you, they're part of your family. They're having a conversation with you. Yeah, it can really be. It can be a more intense and deeper experience. So. That's mainly about Twitter's history. We're now also going to talk about, we're talking about what we post about. So post about. Yes, I think you had highlighted what we post about. Me, I post about the content. Yes, we were talking about how on Instagram, I post the friends and the functions we go for by the Instagram.
Can put peak pressure on you.
Oh my God! Actually, it has been a meme going around that if you see people's lives on Instagram, you may feel very left out. Yes, because a friend of mine actually during the lockdowns used to say, "My God, you see, if you were to sit the whole day on Instagram because it's a lockdown, you may just die of pressure."
Because people are in a lockdown, but on Instagram, people are actually out having fun, and you're looking around, you're like, how did these guys even get to move out?
Then there are people in other countries, there are people who take a picture next to, they're stepping on a jet.
I know.
Okay, so sometimes those things are genuine. Other times, of course, we post the best things in our lives. So we don't get to post our hustles.
People do a lot of Photoshop. These days let's say you take a picture with a black car, you can edit it into a pink car or a yellow car or a Lamborghini. Like these days, editing is very simple and easy to delude people's real life. So
right. So now that generally tells you what people post about. Now, what you post about in these areas, LinkedIn, yes, I post the YouTube videos, I post the achievements, Facebook, you post also, sometimes I post what I'm thinking about, but I think that would be something for Twitter when I become a little more active on it. And of course now Twitter has a word limit, right?
It has.
So now for people like us who want to
Facebook.
Right, a lot. LinkedIn, Facebook, they allow us.
Facebook, you can write an entire book and it won't stop you.
So, and in fact now also when we go to the video platforms, we see that TikTok is the one for short videos. And you realize that over time, many people, you watch so many videos and you'll be caught up there. So even on TikTok, there are particular things that, you watch. And then now YouTube, one of the things we're talking about how YouTube is a little bit unique is that, yes, you can do your short videos, they are doing shorts now. But also sometimes people come to YouTube.
Even Facebook of recent introduced reels or shorts. So
but Instagram, there was a time on Instagram I did
reels.
I'm like, guys, this is not TikTok. I've come to see pictures. I'm seeing reels.
Exactly.
But man, truth is, some reels were really good. Like there's some people, the best reels I like. There's a guy who combines all the videos from MCU movies. He mixes up like Thor. He puts in vision.
The reason why you enjoyed those is because they had MCU stuff. But trust me, if it was me looking at those,
But they're also your reels. You're the reels that you posted from Media Challenge. So now you see that they are trying. Each person is trying to follow the trend to keep people more and more on. So also now when you look at what you post about, I was actually going to say YouTube in particular, you realize sometimes people come to YouTube for in-depth stuff. Exactly. They really want to
explanation
for a long time, and so that's why probably the longer videos work well on YouTube. But of course they want to tap into the growing markets of the short videos as well. So all this talk about what you post about influences what they call an echo chamber. Now the echo chamber, if I were to put it in the exact words, would be to encounter information from like-minded people. Okay, mainly it's now when you think of a filter bubble and an echo chamber, just imagine them as actual spaces in which they're sort of enclosed. So you realize that you're spending a lot of time with like-minded people. So when you spend a lot of time with like-minded people, you will keep getting convinced by the internet that your view is right. And you know that the truth is that we are not always right. But the internet will make you believe that, and you spend a whole lot more time. It will get to take you to more videos, more posts of people who think exactly like you. And now that can become, it becomes very polarizing. That's what they like using for it. That a group of people are all there thinking that they are right. They are convinced by nobody else. They'll only agree with people who agree with them. So, okay, that's why it becomes detrimental. But on the positive end, of course, it helps you with networking. You get to, you know, truth is, while we are posting our videos, we are being seen by people who are also interested in content creation, self-development. You know, we're not going to be caught by, I don't know, people who are in a totally different space. Now, also people who like football, they'll find that, you know, yeah, the football fans now, I just hope this football fan thing doesn't blow out of proportion, because there are times when the football thing is real.
Exactly. I've seen people cry, literally cry, old men cry because of football and how it's and the outcomes of football. So,
but well, I think maybe for them they are very good on acting outside the filter bubble, because you know, or the filter bubble and the echo chamber, because they watch each other's matches.
Exactly.
You know, I've been told of late that Arsenal fans watch Man U matches more than Man U fans, and vice versa, because
they want to.
Yeah, the competition is so steep among them. They all wear red. So I'm wondering why. So, you know, I would understand if you're very passionate against Chelsea.
Chelsea because of
blue. So now, when we look at all these things, there's one thing that I actually wanted to highlight from social media. We were talking about how, you know, the whole debate of scientists and artists, how if they are using, if scientists should use those areas more, just like the artists do. Because wow, yeah, I looked at a music video recently and you could see how many million views. But I've seen that some scientists have actually taken it they've taken it to the next level. They've actually built their personal brand around the internet. One of those is Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know if you looked him up from the last time we spoke.
Talked about him, yeah. And I feel like scientists have a greater advantage compared to artists when it comes to content creation, because they do understand these algorithms more, you know, and how to, like, you know, twist the algorithm, use it for their advantage. So scientists have a greater advantage compared to artists. But not after watching this. If you're watching this video, then it really doesn't matter if you're an artist or a scientist.
Yeah, because we're doing a merger, art, science, the perfect mix. So generally, I think it also needs a little bit of humility at a point, because when we think of ourselves sometimes as scientists and we think, oh, this is our space because we know the math and everything, but sometimes you have to humble yourself to also follow in the trend.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, Gary Vee, the person who talked about, you know, posting 20 pieces of content a day, and who does it on all these social media platforms.
That guy is the king.
Wow. Actually, there was a time in Instagram I would scroll 3 videos of Gary Vee, then you go to the next thing and you're like, this guy.
Ooh.
How? So, yeah, one of the things he emphasizes is that actually anybody can use these platforms if they are, but they will need a little information on the trends. But then they also shouldn't step out. Now, you shouldn't, if you're not a dancer, it's not that you should also start dancing. But if there is a certain trend, you know, like a certain song that is trending at this time,
you can use it.
And you're using it, and it's also a bit of a scientific video, and then you say, you know, you're mixing chemicals and stuff like that, doing something, and it's within the trend. You suddenly find that you actually, you know, you're operating in this space like a pro, and you're still doing your thing.
Exactly.